Hey guys, this is Miss Summer. Welcome to our online art that we're doing. I hope you had a good week getting used to the new way of doing things, and I hope you all were able to successfully complete your art project from last week. This week we're going to do a project that I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've been planning it because I thought it would be so fun. The artist we're going to talk about is an American artist, of course, because that's what we're talking about all year in art class, are famous Americans, American history, and American landmarks. This guy's name is Mr. Wayne Thiebaud, and he was a pop art artist. What that means is he took everyday things, consumer objects, things you might find in a store, restaurant, things you have in your home, and he made art out of them, of popular things that most of us have. He is most well known for his pop art pieces of dessert. And that's one reason I picked him, because most of us love dessert. Now, he's most famous for pictures of big slices of pie, cakes, stacked cakes. He's also known for cupcakes and candy, and he's well known for his Gumball Machine paintings. Some characteristics of his artwork is it's highly pigmented, it's got a lot of bright color. He uses lots of repetition, where he repeats objects. Usually in his picture, he will have at least usually 3 of an item, and they're all going to be different usually. Many times there's way more than 3. Sometimes there's a whole counter of pies, but there's usually always repetition. Now, he also uses lots of shadows in his artwork. We're not going to talk about those today, but he creates a lot of depth in his pictures with shadowing. Now, let's talk about this Gumball Machine. Some of you, I think in Miss Bryan's class, use a Gumball Machine as a reward system. So that was another reason this art project caught my eye. This is my little Gumball Machine. It's kind of sad looking because I didn't know where to buy gumballs right now, so it just has some leftover Skittles in it. But I wanted you to see the basic shape of a Gumball Machine, and I'm sure you're all familiar with that. My kids love to go get gumballs at the mall and chew them for a while. It makes their mouths super tired. Anyways, that's what we're drawing, and you need to pull out your little Gumball Machine drawing guide that you got in your art packet this week. It's very simple to draw. The first thing you're going to need is a whipped cream topping container or any large object. You could use a bowl that you could place down on your paper and trace. And we're just going to draw the basic shape of the Gumball Machine. We're going to trace this container's top, a big circle around it. And then we're going to follow the steps in our drawing guide, the next 2 steps to make the base. And I used a ruler, you don't have to, you could eyeball it, to make the base of our Gumball Machine. And then we're going to want to add in some details. We're going to make the little handle, draw the little handle, and then we're going to draw the little hole where the gumball comes out, and just some little decorative elements. That's also on your drawing guide. And then we get the fun part, and that's decorating it. Now, I gave you an option in your packet of cutting this out and gluing it to some really bright, colorful scrapbook paper, if you have that, or any type of paper that you have that's really bright and colorful at home. But I didn't really have colorful scrapbook paper. I looked through mine, but I just didn't think anything said Gumball Machine. And some of you may not have the scrapbook paper either. So I opted to paint mine because when I think of Gumball Machines, I think of primary colors usually. I think of red Gumball Machines and that bright yellow and blue gum that's in the Gumball Machines. So I wanted to do a background that was super bright colors. So I just painted mine with acrylic painting, just simple, just blue and yellow with my red and yellow Gumball Machine. You of course could use watercolor, if you can use crayons, markers, color pencils, whatever you have. But definitely if you have some bright, fun, colorful paper at home, you can cut out your Gumball Machine and glue it to that. I would like you to place your Gumball Machine on a little counter so it's not floating around in air. Now, this is a fun element. We're using a few different materials for our picture, so it's like a mixed media piece. We're using aluminum foil for the metal part, the handle that you turn to get the gumball out. You can just cut a little piece of aluminum foil and glue it to where your handle would be. So that's something fun. And then we get to make the gumballs themselves. This is the super fun part that I was looking forward to, because I was going to get everyone some Model Magic. Model Magic is super fun to play with. It's really lightweight. It's kind of like clay. that's what I used for my gumballs. I just flattened the Model Magic into a circular disc. You don't want to make it too thick because then it won't stick to your paper. But the cool thing about Model Magic is once you make a little gumball, well, before it has time to harden, if you stick it to your actual gumball machine, it will dry there as long as you haven't made them too heavy. So that's what I did. Now, if you don't have Model Magic, what could you use? You could use Play-Doh possibly. You might have to glue that down, still make small, thin, flat discs of Play-Doh. Or you could do this. I took a circle tracer and traced some little circles on a piece of paper, and I kind of marbled them with watercolor. So I could put some bright colors, just simple little gumballs I made on my own. I thought that would be pretty. That would be a pretty option, and you could definitely do that at home. If you didn't have watercolor, you could just color them with a marker or colored pencil, or you could take some construction paper and cut some out too with bright colors. So you'll definitely need glue for that. The last thing that's fun, I just was trying to think of possibilities that you might have at home, are pom-poms. If your parents or grandparents are into crafting, they may have some of these fun pom-poms. Now, I thought that would be a super fun option. If you choose to use that, you're gonna need some heavy duty glue, like a glue, possibly like tacky glue, if you have that, or a hot glue gun if your parents will allow you to use it and help you with it. The pom-poms would definitely be a fun little touch. Now, I hope that you enjoyed our last video, and I wish we were all in class together, because what I wanted to do was bring in a big bag of gumballs for us to share while we were making this picture. I hope you're enjoying yourself at home, guys. I miss you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.